It's time for the running of the 2020 Kentucky Derby. With physical distancing being the norm, we have scratched all this year's 3-year-olds for an all-star cast of former 3-year-olds. I'm your host, Scott Sheehan. Larry Como's binoculars do not reach far enough from his home in Maryland for this sunny California race for the roses. This year we have a Clancey Classic with 20 Clancys saddling up on 4 Derby dancers. First up in the poll, your 2001 Kentucky Derby winner, rocking the blue and yellow checkers in a total UC system fashion, Monachos, with rider Kelly Gunner. Just off the rail in the curveball position, ready to fire out of a cannon like the deuce in green and white in the black scallion war emblem, ridden by Clay Hallman. In that number 3 stall, it's a horse with never a long face. He's always laughing while supporting the checkerboard red and white. It's Funny Side with Tomorrowland rider, the Mad Hatter Uncle Patrick. Batting fourth, there's no rules against horses wearing glasses, especially with tape to ensure the strength. In the blue and white dots, it's Smarty Jones and Lee hitting the books in the saddle. Starting in the V formation for victory, he goes fast, he goes left, he goes for victory in hopes of it being in sight, sporting the aqua and pink Giacomo with jockey Maximilian. Is anyone really betting? Because he'll take you on all the bets. In gate number 6, making a ruckus in his stall, that's as boisterous as his color is loud, Barbaro, with Clark Hallman trying to rein him in. He's feeling like he's in heaven. That's horse number 7, knowing all the right moves on the road. What's a taxi? And what is it doing in Kentucky? All the way from the city that doesn't street and is too strong and doesn't need a floating hospital. Rocking the Rams yellow and blue. It's Street Sense with Fly Guy Kyle Sheehan rocking the saddle. Our mate of the race in stall 8. He's big, he's mean, he trains in the bad air of the Central Valley, but that won't slow him down. He's always on time for the delivery with those clean white unis and blue stars. He's big, brown, with old man Tim Clancey holding on for dear life. Tweeted his way into gate number 9. I didn't know that horses had thumbs to be on social media, but that doesn't slow him down from showing how many followers Mind That Bird can snag with his black and white unis. And with the horse whisperer KC jumping in the saddle, she'll see if she can find all the weed treats to go viral. Just because the selection gave him a 10 doesn't mean the judges will, but that won't stop this coupon collector from racing his way in the white and yellow towards that checkout counter, and Sandman Clancey hopes for a first place finish for Super Saver. Wrapping around on the second half and has the Call of the Wild cheered for him. He's the pride of the herd, roaring the green for the herbivores and the red for the carnivores. It's Animal Kingdom, and Auntie San is harnessing the cat power reins for this race. 1 shot, no. 2 shots, no. 2 flights to 6, well, hell yeah. It's that 12-pack mentality for this pure breed in lane 12. It's thank you, sir, I'll have another. And sporting the royal purple and white, it's your fan favorite and the voice, Scott Sheehan, saddling him. He thinks it's unlucky for anyone else to not have the number 13. He can cast a spell on you, so tie your horseshoes tight. He'll bounce from light to light, room to room, while circling you the entire way. It's Orb! And in the white and red, Carry on board. Meow, it's time for this cool cat in stall 14. Don't let his shiny exterior throw you off your game, or those Mighty Duck purple and green make you think he's all show. It's California Chrome, with Papa Steve purring in this feline to cross the finish line. Speaking of cats, this horse thinks he's the ruler of them all. It took 5,000 years to unseat the dominant world wonder, and he's the last Triple Crown winner. Max was awed by him. Sam was enthralled by him. Scott couldn't believe his eyes. He's all horse. Stand up and salute. In the light blue and yellow, American Pharaoh, jockeyed by Lord Clancey. Don't sleep on this sweet 16 horse and rider. His rider is sweet, horse not so much. He's in the white and purple with a fierce black hair. It's Nyquist with jockey Michelle. You're not sleepwalking, though your eyes are in 4 REM, losing your religion with green jerseys shining bright with blue diamonds. It's always dreaming with Pam Clancey holding the reins. He's finally legal on the outside. He's looking for his lottery ticket to finish on that front line. Don't worry, cashiers. He'll give you an honest answer in gate 18. Wearing white, it's Justify. With Rider, Ernest Hemingway, Frank Clancey. Stevie Y on the outside, rumbling, stumbling, dressing like a bumbling bee in yellow and brown. Stripes holding high with a southern twang in his step. It's Country House with Auntie Sherry calling the commands. Finally, last but not least, we can't even say this mystical beast's name, and he loves it so. Fusacci, Fibonacci, we don't know what the F. Pegasus! And Charles Gurner in the red and yellow saying, how do you do? Folks, I give you the 2020 Kentucky Derby All-Star Race. And now we ask for you to kindly stand, remove your caps and hats for the singing of our old Kentucky home, sponsored by Woodford Reserve.
Where the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home, it's summer, the people are gay. By and by, hard times come a-knocking at my door, and my old Kentucky home, good night. Oh, weep no more, my lady. Oh, weep no more today. We will sing one more song for the old Kentucky home, for the old Kentucky home far away.
Ladies and gentlemen, riders up! It's time for the Kentucky Derby! And away they go in the 2020 Kentucky Derby. First out of the gate, it's Nyquist with Funny Side and Super Saber. Moving towards the rail, Barbera, American Pharaoh, and Smarty Jones. In the middle of the pack, always dreaming a fan favorite. I'll have another. Monarch shows Orb and Country House. Followed up by Big Brown, American Kingdom War Emblem. California Chrome and Justify. Pulling up the rear is Giacomo Street Sense, Fat Burger Pegasus, and Mind That Bird. Heading into the first turn, leading the pack is Giacomo Big Brown. Country House coming on fast in the inside. Super Saber, Monarch Shows, Justify, Mind the Bird, tweeting his position. Filling in the middle of the pack, it's Feel Free Pegasus, Street Sense, Orb, Funny Side, American Pharaoh. Biding their time, Nyquist, War Emblem, Always Dreaming, and I'll have another with California Chrome. Pulling up the rear, Smarty Jones, Barbaro, roaring in the back, it's Animal Kingdom down the back stretch. It's anybody's race. These horses are closing the gap. Country House moving into the lead in American Kingdom, moving from last to second, and Giacomo showing. First up, the first back is Nyquist with Super Saver, Orb, and Monarchos. Tightening in with the main pack. It's American Pharaoh, War Emblem, Funny Side, Barbaro, Justify, swinging their way in to catch up. California Chrome, Mind the Bird, Big Brown, and Ferrari Pegasus, and Smarty Jones. And now in the back, it's Hometown Hero, I'll Have Another, Street Sense, and Always Dreamin'. Here they go to the final turn. This is where the money is won, folks. American Kingdom starting to break away. Street Sense coming out of a taxi. Where did he get that from? Into second place. And freaking out Pegasus in third. Looking to show Giacomo, Nyquist, War Emblem, and I'll Have Another moving into the second pack. American Pharaoh is closing in with Justify, Monarchos, Mind the Bird, and Barbaro. Can they catch up? They're trying. Orb, California Chrome, Big Brown, Country House, and Smarty Jones. Should we count them out? Super Saver, Funny Side, Always Dreaming, falling in the tail end. Here we go, heading for home. It's I'll Have Another taking the lead with Giacomo, Mind the Bird closing in. On the outside, Big Brown, Monarchos closing fast. California Chrome, Orb, Country House trying to hold on. Pacemaker, Animal Kingdom and Street Sense are fading fast. Here it is. The first 5 horses leading the way. Fan favorite. I'll Have Another pulling away with Big Brown delivering along with Mind the Bird. On the outside, Monarchos with a Madman. Giacomo coming on strong. Big Brown, Monarchos catching I'll Have Another. It's neck and neck. Big Brown, I'll Have Another. Monarchos, I'll Have Another. Big Brown, and it's a photo finish.
This is Cable, KABL Oakland, on your San Francisco dial 960. In the air, everywhere, in San Francisco.
The winner, Monarchos, followed by Big Brown, and I'll Have Another. For a full text of the winners, check for future texts. But congratulations, Kelly Garner, the winner of the 2020 Clancey Kentucky Derby. Uncle Tim out of nowhere finding second place, and your voice, Scott Showing, just missing the cut. Mind that bird, Mom KC. Good night, and see you at the Twin Spires in September.